Good morning, allies. I am so tired still. I'm a little concerned I might, if not the ride to work, the ride home from work, fall asleep at the wheel. I really hope that doesn't happen. I am so tired that I would take off from work, but since I took 2 days off last week for actually being really sick, not gonna work. Package here. I guess I wasn't recording for some reason.
What is it?
New shirt.
Why?
What do you mean, why? So today I want to talk about some parenting stuff. Just parenting stuff. You might say this is gonna be boring. Hang tight, you're gonna like this. So story number one, Leia showed me a picture this morning of a guy, real like Don, sitting in front of it looked like a church or kind of like an older looking restaurant, and he had all these people lined up behind him. I was like, oh, okay. She's like, people are lining up for preschool now, Josh. People are staying up all night, waiting all night to get spots on preschool. It was one of Leia's friends in our city. He waited overnight to get his kid into a preschool. Ours is the generation that would wait in line for a Wii U or a PlayStation or an iPad or an iPhone, and now we're doing it for our kids. That in itself, that little anecdote just cracked me up. I thought that was ridiculous. So item two, the hashtag not a nanny or not the nanny or not the mommy, whatever the hashtag is. So we all watched the video, the British guy on the BBC or CNN or whatever. And right in the middle of his interview, his kid, which you assume is his kid, knocks down the door and comes marching in, and his younger sibling, or her younger sibling, comes walking in as well in a walker. And immediately I'm like, oh my god, this reminds me of myself with Ben and Edison, like so much. And then an Asian woman comes like sliding, literally sliding through the door to intercept these kids, because he's like on live television. And the first thing that I said when I watched it to Leia, as I was explaining it to her, I said, you know, and then the nanny or the mom comes bursting in the door, and she said, you too? Everybody's saying it's the nanny. Why can't it be the mommy? And I was like, well, to clarify, I did say nanny or mommy. I did give the emphasis on the nanny being the first one I said. But people started to blow up. So we had this cathartic moment. Everybody loved this little video clip of these kids having a good time, making light of life, showing the world that's seeing it live that, you know, they can laugh a little bit, and somebody finds a reason to get butthurt over it. And the reason they got butthurt is because people assumed that the Asian woman was the nanny instead of the mommy. And for those of you that are watching this like, oh, here's this white man about to mansplain about how that woman felt. Yeah, sure, you can hit me with that, but you can't hit me with the whole ethnic thing. Here's my baby. That is a Chinese, half-white baby. I'm all about, I understand the mixed race thing completely. Huh? Here you go. You can, in fact, we're all going on our walk right now. He's also got an older brother who's also half Chinese, half white. Same mom, same dad. Yeah, I understand the mixed race thing. I get it. The question I have isn't that someone misunderstood or mistook what was going on. It's what's the damage? How did they harm you? How were you hurt? So if you want to get upset about something, get upset about the people who come to my videos and post in my comments how I'm a race traitor. Things like that. That's actually offensive. People assuming incorrectly that you are the nanny of a child because you don't necessarily look exactly like the child. It sucks that people aren't that conscious, but it's not offensive. It's not racially offensive. We're not trying to be racist. They just don't understand all the differences. Well, let me go back a step. They understand the differences just fine. They're just not faced with those differences very often. So they don't have to make a muscle reflex for something that they're just not that used to. Their muscle reflex defaults to white. And so you're saying to yourself, well, that's the problem. These white people, they don't know the actualities of the world. Yeah, but every race doesn't understand the actualities of every little nuance. Why do you hoist so much responsibility on the whites? The reality is that even though there are lots of mixed race families and that number is increasing all the time, every day, it's still not that common. And it's not common in certain pockets of the United States. And those pockets of the United States, in the world for that matter, they have internet now. And guess what? They can talk on the internet. I view it as ignorance, and in this case, in a 1 through 3 rating of benign ignorance or hurtful/stupid ignorance, it's benign. It's completely benign ignorance. And I'll give you a worst case of benign ignorance. If you ever walk up to a woman, overweight, and ask her, when are you due? So that's being stupid ignorant. Really stupid ignorant if you ask me. Or let's say you walk up to somebody that you know is the mother of the child and you say, are you the mom? Oh, you can't be the mom. You're too young to be the mom. That's sleazy stupid, or sleazy ignorant, or you're playing ignorant, but not harmful. And here's one last story. A woman made a news article, see if I can find it and post it for you, that she left her child, 11, in hotel room while they went to have dinner, her and her husband. So I'm at my house, so I'll wrap this up. So these two parents left their 11-month-old in a hotel room that they were staying at, resort, casino, really doesn't matter, to go have dinner downstairs. And this woman posted it, and she asked, did I do something wrong? Is that wrong what I did? So question of the day, 3 questions. First, would you wait overnight to get your kid a spot in a preschool? 2, what do you think about the people referring to the woman, the wife, the mother of the 2 children in the BBC video as the nanny? Just the first thing they think of is, oh, that's the nanny. The nanny was getting the kids out of the room. What do you think about that? And then 3, what do you think about that mom leaving their 11-month-old upstairs in the room while they went down and had dinner? Love to hear your comments. Love to hear all that dialogue. Cars all over the place tonight. Daylight savings, man, it was like sunny until like 7 something. That's great. I can't wait. I love the summer in California. Guys, that'll do it. Love to hear your thoughts, questions, answers, all of that. Post it below. Give me a thumbs up if you haven't already. Please subscribe, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Yes.